The picture on our Facebook page was intended to introduce you guys to our new interns this semester. And as soon as we posted one yesterday, some of the comments started flooding in. My grandmother used to say, if you dress like a hooker, you're going to get treated like a hooker. Another comment. Really, Bert? Only two things that got her the job, and they're looking right at me. One guess, not her eyes. They're talking about her boobs. Sarah Halter says she needs to wear a bra, can see her nips. Sarah Sharp would think that if you are majoring in media and entertainment, you would have been taught the importance of professional/classy headshots for such things. Now, this was about an intern that's 19 years old, and I guess to give it some context, Kristen, I think a clear description on exactly what she was wearing in the photo is probably necessary, and how we even get those photos up.
Okay, so she is sitting outside on like a deck and on a bench. The way she is, she's sitting with her arms behind her. Her leg is crossed, but you only see from like mid-thigh up. She's got a white tank top on that is a crop top, but because she's sitting down and wearing high-rise jean shorts, you see a little bit of the midriff, but not much. She has a gold necklace on. She's got a scrunchie on her left arm. She also has a triangle tattoo on her left arm. Hair is down and it's blonde. She's got sunglasses in her hair. Has a beautiful smile. I think she has a nose ring too in her right nostril. But yeah, she looks like she's on a patio hanging out with friends in the summer.
Yeah, that's a great description of it. And that was posted, and there were some women that were super critical of it. And man, I went into protection mode yesterday. So did Kristen. I rarely go on our Facebook page because I don't like the negativity, man. I don't like to deal with it. I don't like to deflect it. It's just a negative energy I don't like to deal with. And so I don't go often. But I started getting texts from listeners that have saved my phone number telling me they couldn't believe the comments we were getting on Facebook. So I went to take a look at it, and I went into full-on defense mode for our intern, man. I just felt so bad for her. First time she's being introduced in radio, and she's got a 19-year-old girl. I mean, that's somebody's daughter. And we talk about mental health, and we talk about how impressionable young women are and body image problems. And here there are adult women, that in their profile pictures clearly have daughters, are still ripping on our intern. And it was just super deflating.
So yeah, I purposely don't visit our Facebook page. However, you texted me yesterday at 11:38. Some of these comments about our intern on Facebook are bleeping ridiculous. Can you check out and give me your thoughts? And I said, stand by. And then I said, I commented on the Facebook post, and I bleeping never do that. And to which you reply, I bleeping hate people. Just read and responded to some of the comments.
That was taken out of context.
To which I responded, bees be being. I go, people can say what the bleep ever about us, but don't come after the interns. And then you followed up, so pathetic, grown-ass women with kids of their own talking bleep about a 19-year-old girl online. Yeah, we used heavy profanity yesterday because I think we were both over it. And I want to read, and so I did. I was incensed by it. I wasn't shocked by it, not in the least bit. And as far as with our interns, this is something that we started doing a couple of semesters ago. We thought it was a great way to highlight our interns, and also as a way to thank them for the work they do and the fact that they come on the air and they subject themselves to our Bert Show fam. So we're like, if they're going to be part of the show, we want to introduce you to them. So we'll throw up pictures, and they submit the picture, and then they submit a small bio. And Cassie, or now our social media producer, Rebecca, will put it up on Instagram and Facebook and introduce you guys to the interns. And we've done this for numerous semesters. And this was a picture that Madelyn chose and submitted. This is a picture that our social media crew approved, and I don't see why you wouldn't approve of it. And I don't know why you would expect a 19-year-old to have a professional headshot. This is not what we're doing here. This is a college internship. They're getting college credit for it. And I was and that's why I commented, because I've oversaw the internship program for years now, and I'm a mother bear. I'm a new mom too, so that comes into account as well. And so when I saw some of these comments, I just posted, Madelyn, please do not let these comments distract from your accomplishment. Congratulations on your internship with the Bert Show. As unfortunate as some of these comments are, this is how women are treated in media and in general. They will hide behind the, well, I'm entitled to my opinion, not accepting that their opinion can also be hurtful and judgmental at the same time. It's not fair and it's not right, but it happens. It's your choice whether to ignore or to call out the haters. Neither answer is wrong. It's simply what makes you most comfortable. We can address this on air or not. That's also your choice. You'll always have the support of the Bert Show. From one woman to another, I will do my best to lift you up. The positive comments always outnumber the negative. The negative just feel like the loudest. Focus on the positive. Congrats and welcome to the team.
So if I were a better person, I would have said that. I didn't.
What were some of your comments?
I was pretty mean to some listeners that I felt like it was bullying. So I felt, and I told you guys, I was honest with you. I was in a negative headspace yesterday that I just couldn't get myself out of.
This kicked it off. That's why.
Did this kick it off?
This was early. This was right after the show.
Yeah, right. And I'm not a big old fan of people can't make you feel a certain way. I think that you have control of that, and I just couldn't yesterday, and I was frustrated. And I found myself leaving comments for listeners that I really felt were bullying our intern. I wasn't nearly as nice as you were. This cliche that some people have become, where you're not even brave enough to use your own name, yet you go online and you leave messages for a 19-year-old girl, is such an example of coward, man, that it just really, really pissed me off yesterday, Mo.
Yeah, I saw this picture and didn't think absolutely anything of it, which tells me that obviously a lot of these people are projecting their own insecurities upon this young lady, and that's horrible. But I'm interested, what they trying to justify their comments when you guys were commenting back at the people who were saying things?
There were a couple of people that were trying to say they were being constructive. Like, this is a professional setting. Somebody should have taught her.
Professional. I had you guys guess celebrity farts.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Give me a break. It's a radio morning show. Get the stick out of your butt.
Now, I do want to be fair because we've said this before, that sometimes we are all guilty of feeling the same way on a matter. And there were some that were on our Facebook page yesterday that were more conservative, that were trying to give constructive criticism. So I'll open up the phone. 1-855-BERT show. If you thought that picture shouldn't have been on our Facebook page, I would like to hear your perspective on it. But most of them were not constructive. They were just judgy and hurtful and talking about her body, and specifically she got the job because she looks like this. I mean, dude, it's 2022.
And I hire the interns without seeing them. How's that? Like, I get their resumes and I get their cover letters, and then I call them and I talk to them and I email them. And 9 times out of 10, when they're hired, I have no idea what they look like.
Right. None. Zero.
Zero.
People never have the information they believe they do.
So Kristen did get an email from our intern, and I'm not sure if I want to read it here or have her read it later on in the show.
I would have her read it later.
It just kind of broke my heart, man.
Me
too.
too.
We got 18 and 19-year-olds that are really excited to be in this industry, and the very first introduction that they get on the Bert Show socially is from a handful of people that are really being mean. And I sort of also wanted to say to her yesterday also, who knows? There might have been 600 comments yesterday, and 8 of them were from a-holes?
Yeah.
That we tend to focus on the sliver of people that are bad and forget the vast majority are good. And that's a lesson I think we all got to learn time and time again,
Well, that's what I put in my comment. The positive comments always outnumber the negative. The negative just feel like the loudest. So it's our responsibility to focus on the positive.
I'm just saying, these are people. They're 19-year-olds. It's a 19-year-old girl being introduced to radio for the first time. Can you give her a bit of a break? All right, I want to get our intern in here because it was a kind of a shocking day for all of us yesterday. If you went onto our Facebook page, we really do have to have some kind of perspective here, that we're talking about maybe 10 mean girls. And we're talking probably about 500 comments that were really, really nice. But Kristen, you want to take this from here before we bring Madelyn on?
Yeah, so we do this every semester where we introduce our interns to our Bert Show listening audience. And we do this via Instagram and via Facebook. And we've been doing this for a while now. And they're a part of the show. And we ask them to submit personal stories and we bring them on the air, which is a unique experience. But it's something we pride ourselves on. And the interns, it's one of the questions that they get asked. Would you be open to doing that? It's not a requirement or mandatory, but all of them are like, yeah, that's why I'm here, is to get this experience. And so we posted a picture yesterday on Facebook and Instagram of our intern Madelyn, introducing her to the Bert Show fam. And you say shocked. I was not shocked. Disappointed and mad, but not shocked. And there were definitely some mean girls in the comments. People had their opinion, and what they don't realize is that their opinion can also be cruel and judgmental and unnecessarily harsh. And they were commenting on Madelyn's picture because they felt it was inappropriate.
They felt like it wasn't professional, radio professional.
It's just a casual photo that she looks like she's hanging out with friends.
So Madelyn, when do you find out about these comments? And then when you go online, what are you thinking and what are you feeling at the time? Because I felt deflated for you. I'm like, we should hide these, man.
Yeah, so like you said, I was definitely horrified. I actually didn't even see this until a friend of mine texted me, and she was like, hey, are you seeing all this on Facebook? And I was like, no. And so I go and I look at it, and my heart just sank because there were just hundreds of comments. And I was just like so like horrified that people were taking something that was supposed to be, you know, my accomplishment and diminishing it because of what I was wearing or what I looked like, which I didn't even think, and I still don't think was inappropriate.
It's
Good
not.
for you.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. So there were some saying that you could have chosen any picture at all. Why that one?
I mean, that's my profile picture on Facebook. I wasn't asked to send in a professional photo. I was asked to send in a picture of myself. So that was just like the one, obviously, that I think that I look good in. And so I just picked that one. I didn't even think twice about it.
So now, and keep this in mind also, Madelyn, because I just heard you say, I saw hundreds of comments. Remember, really remember, there were just a couple of women that were really being nasty, and maybe it changed later on in the day, but what I saw were hundreds of women supporting you and sort of knocking down the women that were being critical. And I think that's important to remember.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm so thankful. There was like an overwhelming amount of just like supportive and positive comments and just people being so uplifting, and like I saw all of it, and it just made me feel so much better. Like there was definitely like 99% of people just being so kind about it. But of course, there has to always be people that, want to like say negative things and just, I don't know, just kind of dull things a little bit.
And you are 100% entitled to your feelings and how you feel. And you say you're horrified because of what you saw. And I respect that that's the way you feel. I don't want you to feel that way. And it actually, when you sent the email to me and, you didn't want to be the focus of attention like that. That's what I was getting from you, that the fact that this became a thing on Facebook and you're like, I'm just an intern and this is just my introduction, and this turned into a huge thing that I didn't want to be a part of this narrative. I felt like you were Taylor Swift. I didn't want to be a part of this narrative. And so I'm just here to tell you, and I want to reiterate, because you apologized in your email, and I'm like, you did absolutely nothing wrong. You submitted a beautiful photo. It got approved through the Bert Show staff. We posted it, and the people on there that left those nasty comments, and there were some are just like conservative opinions, and then there were other people that were they were downright nasty. But they were few. The negative, and we've learned this being in radio for as long as we have. We get a lot of comments. Our Facebook is very active, and our social media team works hard on that. And we do get predominantly positive comments. The negative ones just seem to be loud. And it's our job to turn that volume down and focus on the ones that are, that are lifting us up and being positive.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I kind of wanted to piggyback off what you said. I did say I was horrified at first. That was just my first emotion, because I was just kind of like, what is all of this? Like, this is just getting like way too much attention. You know what I mean? But then like now I am feeling just like so much more positive about it, because it has received so much positive attention. But also about like what he said about, he would expect it to be younger women, hating on me. It was actually them supporting me. And then I feel like for whatever reason, these older women just wanted to like bring me down and like were grabbing for straws, just trying to make me feel badly about, being confident. And I think that's so wrong.
Exactly. And as long as you recognize that at the end of the day, that's what matters.
You're
hey,
good.
welcome to the Bert Show.
Big facts.
Hopefully, if anything, you realized we got your back and we're going to make this an incredible experience. And we're really excited to have you part of the team. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be a part.
The Bert Show.